Dating advice for men is everywhere. Be nice. Give her space. Just be yourself. But if you've followed these rules only to end up confused, frustrated, or ignored, you're not alone. The truth is, what society teaches men about attraction is often misleading, incomplete, or just plain wrong. Women may never admit it, but they have hidden weaknesses, subtle psychological triggers that make them irresistibly drawn to confident men while overlooking others. This video isn't about manipulation. It's about understanding the deep psychological forces that shape attraction so you can build stronger, more meaningful connections. Today, we're uncovering 10 hidden weaknesses that influence a woman's attraction, truths that most men don't realize and that women themselves may not fully understand. These insights will challenge conventional dating wisdom and help you shift from chasing women to naturally attracting them. And here's the best part. Once you understand these principles, you won't need to play games, overthink your interactions, or try to impress anyone. You'll simply embody the kind of man who commands respect, desire, and admiration. Stay with me until the end. I have a powerful final takeaway that will help you apply these insights in a way that transforms your dating life forever. Let's get started. 1. The steadfast man. In a world where women are constantly surrounded by male attention, from social media messages to dating app matches, standing out requires more than charm or good looks. Most men fail not because they lack attractiveness or appeal, but because they lack consistency. Women have encountered too many men who start strong only to fade away when things become difficult or initial excitement disappears. This cycle of disappointment has conditioned them to approach new interactions with skepticism. They don't trust easily, not because they don't want to, but because experience has taught them that many men say one thing and do another. This is where steadfastness becomes a decisive advantage. A stable man commands respect in his actions, words, and intentions. He doesn't make empty promises or say things to impress. He follows through. If he tells a woman he will call, he calls. He tries to set a date if he expresses interest in seeing her. His consistency sends a clear message. He is someone she can rely on and doesn't waver when the novelty fades. In today's fast-moving dating culture, where superficiality often overshadows sincerity, reliability becomes an attractive and rare quality. Women are not just looking for excitement, but someone who brings a sense of security amidst the chaos. A man who remains steady in his behavior, doesn't ghost when things get real, and follows through on even the most minor commitments becomes someone worth investing in. The solution is simple but powerful. Be the man who means what he says and does what he promises. This doesn't mean overextending yourself or bending backward to prove your worth. It means being intentional and honest in your actions. If you say you'll text, do it. If you commit to a plan, follow through. This unwavering presence sets you apart from the countless others who show up, only to disappear when convenience dictates. Attraction isn't just about initial sparks, but trust, respect, and dependability. In an uncertain dating world, a man who embodies stability isn't just desirable, he's irreplaceable. 2. Confidence. Many men misunderstand what true confidence is. They assume it's about dominance, arrogance, or an exaggerated sense of self-importance. In reality, confidence is entirely different. It's about a deep-rooted self-belief that isn't shaken by external circumstances. A man who possesses absolute confidence isn't the loudest in the room, nor is he the one constantly seeking validation from others. Instead, he exudes an internal stability that naturally draws people toward him, especially women. Women themselves have insecurities, doubts, and moments of self-doubt. They are drawn to men who provide stability, not just financially or socially, but emotionally. A confident man signals security, the kind that reassures a woman she is in the presence of someone who knows his worth. It's not about acting superior, but demonstrating that you are comfortable in your skin, flaws and all. When a woman sees a man standing firm in his identity, she feels safe around him. She doesn't have to question whether he will crumble under pressure or seek constant reassurance from her. Unwavering confidence is one of the most attractive traits a man can possess. The mistake many men make is that they try to build confidence through external validation. Status, looks, career achievements, or the number of women who find them attractive. But the problem with external validation is that it's fleeting. The moment something goes wrong, a job loss, a rejection, a failure, self-worth crumbles because it was never built on solid ground. True confidence, on the other hand, isn't shaken by temporary setbacks. It allows a man to take rejection in stride, because his sense of worth doesn't depend on another person's approval. Building this kind of confidence requires internal work. It starts with setting and achieving small goals, whether in fitness, personal development, or professional life. Each time a man follows through on his word, even in the slightest way, he reinforces his self-worth. Confidence is built through self-discipline, proving you can handle challenges without running away. The more a man leans into discomfort and embraces difficulties, the stronger his sense of self becomes. Equally important is embracing imperfections rather than chasing perfection. No woman is looking for a flawless man. She is looking for one who owns his flaws without shame. A man at peace with his shortcomings sends a powerful message. He does not need to prove himself to anyone. This level of self-assurance is magnetic. It removes the need for validation, making him naturally more attractive because he isn't trying to impress. He simply exists as his best self. The bottom line is this: confidence isn't something you wear like a mask. It's something you develop through action, resilience, and an unshakable belief in your worth. A woman doesn't need a perfect man, but she does need one who knows who he is and refuses to compromise that for anyone. 3. Ambition. Ambition stands out like a beacon of possibility in a world where mediocrity is the norm. Society often conditions men to settle, to be content with the status quo, and aim only for comfort rather than something more significant. But the truth is that ambition is one of the most potent traits a man can possess. The silent force signals a sense of purpose, drive, and potential, compelling a man. Women are naturally drawn to men who don't just drift through life but actively shape their path, because ambition suggests stability, leadership, and long-term security. However, ambition is not merely about wealth or status. To exude this quality, a man must not be a billionaire or an industry leader. What matters is the pursuit of continuous growth, the relentless commitment to becoming better than he was yesterday. Whether it manifests in his career, personal development, or dedication to mastering a skill, ambition is an energy that cannot be faked. Women can sense when a man has an internal fire that fuels him, and they are instinctively attracted to that intensity. A man with ambition is not stagnant. He constantly evolves and progresses. This creates excitement and mystery around him, qualities that keep a woman engaged and invested. The mistake many men make is talking about ambition rather than embodying it. They speak of grand dreams but fail to take action, hoping that words alone will be enough to impress. Yet, ambition is not about declarations, it is about results. A man who follows through on his goals actively works toward his vision and commands respect. He does not need to seek validation because his actions speak for themselves. A woman will admire a man who proves his ambition through consistency and perseverance, far more than one who makes empty promises about a future that never materializes. Moreover, ambition should not be confused with obsession. A truly ambitious man maintains balance. He does not neglect relationships or personal well-being to pursue success. Instead, he integrates his goals into his life to enhance every aspect. His drive is not just about material gain, but creating a life of meaning and fulfillment. This is what makes him truly attractive. He is not just a man with a goal, he has a vision that extends beyond himself to those he cares about. Ultimately, ambition is not just a desirable trait, it is necessary for any man who seeks to cultivate deep, meaningful attraction. A man who sets goals and follows through on them stands apart from the masses. He is not easily swayed by distraction or complacency, which makes him valuable. Women recognize this and they gravitate toward it. To be an ambitious man is to move forward constantly, and in doing so he naturally draws others along with him. 4. The bad boy appeal. There is an undeniable allure to the so-called bad boy, a phenomenon deeply ingrained in human psychology. Women are instinctively drawn to men who exhibit confidence, unpredictability, and emotional independence. Unlike men who are too readily available, overly accommodating, or eager to please, these individuals evoke a sense of challenge and mystery, heightening attraction. The emotional highs and lows that come with these interactions create a kind of addictive dynamic, making a woman invest more energy in figuring out the man, rather than taking his presence for granted. At the core of this attraction is the psychological principle that people value what they can't easily control. A man who is entirely predictable, always available, or overly invested in seeking validation can quickly lose his appeal. Women, by nature, are drawn to experiences that evoke a range of emotions: excitement, anticipation, and even frustration. This isn't to say that a man should intentionally create emotional turmoil, but rather that he should understand the importance of maintaining emotional independence. The key to productively channeling this dynamic is balance. A man doesn't need to adopt a toxic persona to be attractive, but to cultivate a sense of self-assuredness. Being emotionally independent means not allowing a woman's attention, or lack thereof, to dictate your mood. It means fulfilling life with passions, ambitions, and personal goals regardless of her presence. When a man operates from a place of self-sufficiency, he naturally becomes more appealing because he exudes confidence rather than neediness. One of the most powerful ways to maintain attraction is through controlled unpredictability. This doesn't mean playing mind games, but avoiding the tendency to lay everything on the table too soon. A sense of mystery keeps interactions engaging. Instead of constantly seeking her approval or bombarding her with attention, create space for her to wonder about you. Be a leader rather than someone who looks to her for direction. Ultimately, the most attractive men remain true to themselves while embodying traits that spark intrigue. Women don't seek control over a man, they seek a connection with someone who excites them, challenges them, and maintains a strong sense of identity. A man who understands this distinction will naturally command respect and admiration, creating a compelling and sustainable dynamic. 5. Ignored attention. In today's world, women are constantly surrounded by validation, whether through social media likes, compliments from strangers, or the general attention they receive daily, being noticed is nothing new to them. When something is readily available and abundant, it naturally loses its value. This is where many men make a crucial mistake, offering their attention too freely, thinking that persistent validation will make them more attractive. In reality, it does the opposite. Men who constantly like her posts, react to every story, and flood her with messages that blend into the background noise. Their attention becomes predictable, and because of that, it holds little significance. But the man who doesn't immediately validate her and doesn't rush to offer his admiration stands out. He becomes different. And in a sea of predictable admirers, difference creates desire. Psychologically, people are drawn to what feels scarce. It's human nature to chase what isn't easily given. When a woman questions why a particular man hasn't reacted like others, he suddenly occupies space in her mind. She wonders if he notices her, is genuinely interested, or if something about him makes him different. This curiosity often turns into attraction. This isn't about playing games or intentionally ignoring someone. It's about understanding the dynamics of perceived value. When something isn't handed out effortlessly, earning feels more rewarding. A woman who has to work for a man's attention will see it as more meaningful. Instead of overwhelming her with constant praise and availability, creating a dynamic where she seeks attention is more effective. To achieve this, men need to resist the urge to over-engage, avoid liking every post, responding instantly, or being overly eager in conversation. Maintain a life filled with personal goals, passions, and interests outside her. When attention isn't given on demand, it forces her to make the effort. It's in that pursuit that true attraction is built. At the core of this approach is self-respect and confidence. A man who understands his value doesn't feel the need to seek approval constantly. He knows that his attention is worth earning, not something that should be handed out to every woman who crosses his path. The more he operates from this mindset, the more desirable he becomes. Women don't crave what is easily obtained. They desire what feels exclusive. And a man who understands this principle naturally commands respect and attraction. 6. Pre-selection. One of the paradoxes of attraction is that women are often drawn to men already desired by other women. This psychological phenomenon, pre-selection, plays a significant role in how a man is perceived in the social hierarchy. When a man is surrounded by attractive, high-value women, even in a platonic setting, it elevates his status and signals that he possesses naturally appealing qualities. Women instinctively seek men who have already been vetted by others, as it reduces the risk of choosing an unworthy partner. The competitive instinct among women is deeply rooted. If a man is seen engaging with confident, desirable women, it sparks curiosity and a sense of urgency in others. They begin to wonder what makes him so appealing, why these women enjoy his company, and what they might miss out on. In contrast, a man constantly alone or appearing desperate for attention will struggle to generate that same level of intrigue. The key to effectively leveraging pre-selection is cultivating authentic relationships with high-value women without manipulation or pretense. Confidence, social intelligence, and the ability to hold meaningful interactions set certain men apart. Rather than chasing validation or trying to prove worth, a man who naturally attracts and connects with women creates an aura of desirability that others pick up on. This does not mean that a man should go out of his way to flaunt female attention or create artificial social proof. Desperation and forced displays of status are counterproductive. Instead, the focus should be on genuine self-improvement, building an engaging social circle and carrying oneself with quiet confidence. Women notice a man who is comfortable in his skin and respected by those around him. Attraction is rarely a direct pursuit. It is a byproduct of personal value and how one interacts with the world. Rather than seeking approval or overcompensating, a man should concentrate on becoming the kind of person who naturally garners attention. When women see that he is sought after, respected, and appreciated by others, they won't need convincing. His value will already be evident. 7. Masculinity. In a world where masculinity is often questioned or even under attack, it's essential to understand that women are still biologically drawn to strong, decisive men. Despite societal shifts and changing gender roles, the core traits that attract women remain rooted in physical and emotional security. Women seek grounded men capable of providing stability and displaying strength in adversity. It's not about domination or arrogance, it's about being a steady presence in their lives. When a man exhibits leadership, decisiveness, and the ability to stay emotionally composed under pressure, he naturally becomes a figure of attraction. A woman is drawn to a man who is unshaken by external challenges and can take responsibility for his actions and life choices. In moments of uncertainty, a strong man knows how to make clear decisions and follow through. He doesn't blame others or shy away from responsibility. He owns his life, decisions, and mistakes. Weakness shows itself when a man is indecisive or emotionally erratic. Constantly second-guessing oneself or being swayed by outside opinions reflects a lack of internal strength. Women value stability, and a man continually shifting, unsure of himself, or blaming others for his shortcomings will not inspire trust or respect. To become the kind of man who attracts respect and admiration, you must take responsibility for everything in your life. Avoid making excuses. Practice emotional stability in all situations, whether personal or professional. Take the lead in your life and show that you can make decisions confidently, even when the outcome is uncertain. This unwavering self-assurance and responsibility cultivates absolute masculinity and makes a man irresistibly attractive. When you lead with strength and remain emotionally grounded, you naturally create a secure environment where respect and attraction can flourish. Women appreciate men who know who they are and stand firm in their beliefs and actions. This is the kind of masculinity that never goes out of style, and it's the kind that keeps drawing people, especially women, towards you. 8. Charismatic leadership. Women are often subconsciously drawn to men who exhibit strong leadership qualities. This isn't about being controlling or domineering, it's about confidence, decisiveness, and emotional security. Leadership in a man signals that he is in control of his own life and can guide others, including his partner, in a healthy, forward-moving direction. In relationships, women do not want to take the reins constantly. They long for a partner who knows where he's going, doesn't hesitate to make decisions, and can take charge when needed. This is not about being inflexible or stubborn, but showing that you are grounded, secure, and have a clear vision for your relationship and life. A lack of leadership, on the other hand, can result in a man coming across as indecisive or passive. When a man does not assert himself, it can cause a woman to feel uncertain or unsure about his role in the relationship. Women want an emotionally stable partner who can navigate challenges with clarity. Without this confidence, it becomes harder for her to trust and rely on him. Attraction, after all, is built on respect. A woman respects a man who can make decisions and take charge when needed, especially in social situations or conversations. If a man is always waiting for her to take the lead or make the choices, it can lead to frustration, as she will feel the burden of responsibility. Women want to feel supported, but they also want to feel like they are being led by someone confident and capable. So, how can a man fix this weakness? It begins by embracing leadership in all areas of life. Take charge in both large and small matters. Start by making decisions confidently, whether choosing the restaurant for a date night or planning a weekend getaway. Don't ask for her opinion at every turn or second-guess yourself. While her opinion matters, a man who cannot decide for himself can create a dynamic of uncertainty that undermines attraction. The key is not to be overbearing, but to be assertive and decisive. Lead the conversation rather than waiting for her to direct it. Plan dates with confidence and make suggestions without over-explaining or seeking validation. Take responsibility for your actions and the direction of the relationship. Women find this kind of self-assurance magnetic. It shows you are comfortable with who you are and where you're heading. However, leadership isn't just about decision-making. It also involves emotional intelligence, listening, and knowing when to lead with empathy. A good leader knows when to step back and allow others to take the spotlight. It's about finding balance, asserting yourself when necessary, and being receptive and adaptable when the situation demands it. Strong leadership creates a sense of security and respect in a relationship. When a woman feels her partner can lead confidently, she is more likely to follow, trust, and support him. It's not about making her feel inferior, but creating a dynamic where both partners feel valued, understood, and supported in pursuing shared goals. Ultimately, women are drawn to men who can step up, make decisions, and show a clear sense of direction. By developing your leadership qualities and showing that you are confident, decisive, and grounded, you create a deeper, more fulfilling connection with your partner. This leadership will increase her attraction and strengthen the foundation of trust and admiration between you, leading to a healthier, more balanced relationship. 9. Emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is often overlooked when understanding women, but it is crucial in fostering more profound, meaningful connections. Too many men fail to grasp the true essence of female emotions, making the mistake of trying to fix rather than understand. This approach leaves women unheard of and damages the bond they are trying to build. When a woman expresses her feelings, what she needs most is not for you to immediately offer solutions or try to change her circumstances. Instead, she seeks validation and empathy. She wants to feel that you understand her, are attuned to her emotional state, and are present with her in the moment. Listening without jumping into problem-solving mode is a powerful tool that can strengthen your relationship. Take the time to practice active listening. Rather than providing solutions, focus on what she's saying, how she's saying it, and how you can offer your support without interrupting her flow of thoughts. Often, all it takes is acknowledging her emotions, saying things like, "I can see this is tough for you," or "That sounds frustrating," to show that you're emotionally invested in the conversation. In moments of tension or heightened emotion, remaining calm is one of a man's most attractive traits. Emotional stability helps de-escalate potential conflicts and shows that you're someone she can rely on when things get complicated. Women tend to gravitate toward men who can remain composed and level-headed, especially when emotions run high. It's not about suppressing your feelings, but about managing them effectively. The most crucial element in developing emotional intelligence is empathy. It's about stepping into her shoes, feeling her feelings, and demonstrating that you care about her emotional experience. Validating her emotions without being overly reactive will create a stronger, more resilient connection between you. In essence, emotional intelligence is not just about understanding emotions, but about responding in a way that deepens the connection rather than disrupting it. By honing your ability to listen actively, remain calm and offer empathy, you become someone who adds value to her emotional life, strengthening the foundation of your relationship. 10. Passionate interests. One of the most common weaknesses many men struggle with is a lack of passionate interests. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to assume that women are attracted only to a man's looks or social status. However, what truly captures a woman's attention is how you appear outside, and the fire that burns within you, your passion for something in life. Passion sets a man apart and gives him the depth that intrigues him. A man without an evident passion for something often comes across as aimless, uninteresting, and lacking purpose. This creates a disconnect, making it harder to form meaningful connections. Conversely, women are naturally drawn to men who exude energy and enthusiasm about their pursuits. When a man is passionate about something, whether it's his career, a creative hobby, or a cause he believes in, he is driven, focused, and dedicated to something greater than himself. Passion is a reflection of a man's inner world, a world that has direction and purpose. Women find this incredibly attractive because it signals qualities like ambition, resilience, and emotional maturity. It's not just about what you're doing, but how you engage with the world around you. Passion signals that you are not idle or stagnant in life, but actively moving towards something meaningful. A passionate man knows what he wants and will work to get it. This kind of drive and purpose keeps the attraction alive, not just for a short time, but for the long haul. The key, however, is to develop and pursue your interests authentically. It's easy to fall into the trap of pursuing something just because you think it will impress someone. But this approach rarely works. If you are doing something just to get someone's attention or to win their approval, the energy behind your actions will be forced and inauthentic. Women can sense when a man is pretending or trying too hard to be something he's not. Authenticity is what matters most. Pursue your passions, not to impress, but because they genuinely excite and inspire you. When genuinely invested in something, whether advancing in your career, working on a personal project, or practicing a skill, your energy becomes magnetic. That kind of passion draws people in without you even trying. Consider a man deeply involved in a hobby or a career goal he loves. Perhaps he's dedicated to playing a musical instrument, mastering a sport, or building his business. The passion he brings to his pursuits speaks volumes about his character. It shows that he values his growth and takes pride in his actions. More importantly, it shows that he is not reliant on external validation or the approval of others. Women are drawn to this self-assurance, as it communicates that the man is confident, independent, and emotionally mature. In the context of relationships, passion becomes even more crucial. A woman will be more likely to respect and admire a man with his goals and dreams, rather than someone who constantly seeks approval or changes himself to meet her expectations. When a man is passionate, he is not just living for himself. Still, he is more likely to be emotionally available, engaging, and ready to share his life with someone with similar values. A passionate man is not afraid to invest in a relationship because he is already focused on something he deeply cares about, which naturally leads to a more fulfilling connection with his partner. It's important to remember that passion does not have to be confined to one specific area of life. It could be anything that makes you feel alive: a professional aspiration, a creative pursuit, or something that enriches your spiritual life. The essence is that whatever you pursue, you do it wholeheartedly. This enthusiasm for life is contagious and naturally attracts people to you. Women are especially drawn to men who have their passions because it signals that they will never be too needy or dependent on them for fulfillment. You already have a rich life that you are committed to, and that is incredibly attractive. If you want to improve your relationships or become more interesting, the solution is simple. Focus on building your passions. Let your interests evolve naturally and without pressure to impress others. You don't need to change who you are to fit someone's idea of what you should be. Instead, let your true self shine by fully embracing what excites you. The more you invest in yourself and your passions, the more you will find that the right people, especially women who appreciate your values, will naturally be drawn to you. Being a passionate person doesn't mean you have to be doing something dramatic or extraordinary constantly. Sometimes the small things reveal your true character. Whether it's your dedication to helping others, your commitment to personal growth, or your involvement in a community or cause that means something to you, how you approach life with enthusiasm and energy will naturally reflect in every interaction you have. And this is what sets you apart as someone who is genuinely worth getting to know. Ultimately, the key to lasting attraction is passion. Living with purpose and dedication is about what you achieve and the energy and love you put into every area of your life. This kind of self-assuredness is what keeps the spark alive in a relationship. And the woman who connects with you on that level will respect and appreciate you for your identity, not for someone you pretend to be. So, take time to develop your passions, embrace your pursuits, and let the world see the real you, because that man will attract the proper attention. Many men struggle in dating not because they lack good intentions, but because they misunderstand what attracts women. Conventional wisdom teaches men to be overly friendly, always available, and endlessly validating. But the reality is different. Women respond to strength, confidence, ambition, and emotional intelligence. Yet mainstream dating advice often overlooks these traits. By understanding the hidden weaknesses that shape female attraction, men can make better choices in dating and life. A steadfast man earns trust in a world where reliability is rare. Confidence is not arrogance, but a deep sense of self-belief that makes a woman feel secure. Ambition signals purpose and drive, making a man stand out in a society that promotes mediocrity. The unpredictable nature of a bad boy creates excitement, while a man who withholds validation becomes more desirable in a world where attention is given too freely. Women are drawn to men valued by others, just as they are biologically wired to respond to masculinity, leadership, and emotional intelligence. Passion for life is magnetic. When a man genuinely invests in his pursuits, his energy becomes contagious. The goal is not manipulation, but mastery of self, emotions, and relationships. Women don't want to be chased. They want to be drawn to something powerful, something undeniable. High-value men don't convince women of their worth. They simply embody it. What do you think? Have you noticed these dynamics in your own experiences? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights on relationships, attraction, and personal growth.